Hi, I'm Monisa Klein, and we're back live at Media Day here at GBTA Broadcast Studio in San Diego for the GBTA 50th Anniversary and Convention. With me, I'd like to welcome Simon Nowrose, who's the Chief Marketing Officer for Carlson Wagonlit Travel. Welcome, Simon.
Thank you very much, Monisa.
Great to have you here.
Glad to be here.
And so you've been with CWT for about a year, I understand?
Just over a year, yes.
Oh, just over a year. Well,
Yeah.
great. So tell me about the research findings that you guys are going to talk about this week.
Sure. So we did some research earlier, really looking at traveler attitudes towards data security. We polled travelers from across the world, each of the main regions, and we looked at frequent travelers in particular to see if we can understand the insights that they have around data security.
Great. So how can companies educate their travelers, in keeping the data safe while they're on the road?
Well, that was in fact one of the main findings that
Right.
we realized, was that there's a need to actually raise awareness across the traveler community in relation to some of the unique threats that they face, perhaps when they're on the road versus being in the office. So certainly publicizing some of the risks that are out there would be a really good start.
Okay. So what are some of the common cybersecurity threats for travelers that you guys are seeing?
Sure. So one of the main ones we found was actually some of the risks around the equipment and the devices themselves. Imagine if you're a traveler, you're in and out of a taxi, in and out of a hotel, perhaps restaurants, meeting rooms, and you're constantly holding these devices, and sometimes, of course, they get left behind. Another big area for us was also the use of Wi-Fi, in particular free Wi-Fi, and the ability to have some of your data compromised through that process.
That's great. So obviously this is the world's largest corporate travel event, right? CWT always does a beautiful job in displaying and exhibiting and being very visible with the clients here. What are the key takeaways that you guys are going to be talking about and sharing with travel managers from this research?
I think there's probably three main ones. The first one really is raise awareness within the traveler community. So just make sure they understand some of the risks that they face that perhaps are a little bit unique by their being on the road. The second thing is to establish a process that they can follow. So to ensure they're following some sort of security protocol, for example, when they are sharing access and information on free Wi-Fi. And the third thing is to periodically check devices as they come back to the office, to run some sort of screening software to make sure that nothing has attached itself to the laptops or to phones and those sort of devices.
Excellent. So switching gears here a little bit, what are the top three things that the TMC space is faced with, and how is CWT addressing those?
So I think there's a number of things. Connectivity, of course, is one, and that kind of feeds into some of the data
Right.
issues and the data security. I think personalization is another big issue that's facing a lot of the travel industry generally, and TMCs obviously aren't immune to that. How do you serve the right information to the right traveler at the right time? And then the continued fragmentation across the market, fragmentation of distribution, fragmentation of content, of course, are both very high profile at the moment. So those are things that we're really kind of focused on at the moment.
And I know you guys are always talking about being one of the first digital TMCs, right? So it sounds like you're well on your way there. So.
Absolutely, and over the last couple of years since we've declared our digital strategy, we've followed some key process changes around that and really trying to build in the right infrastructure. Timing.
Well, Simon, that's great, and welcome to GBTA.
Thank you very much.
It's a great opportunity to meet and interact with a lot of buyers here, and I know you will do that, and thanks for spending some time with me.
Wonderful, thank you very much for including us.
Thanks for joining us live at GBTA Media Day. Stay tuned, we've got more to come.